And this was yesterday. I think this was absolutely. We never almost. Okay, we've spoken about Portable, or like say for instance, Bobrisky, which we don't want to talk about.
We never
Portable. Yeah. You know, because he's quite an enigma. You know, he's successful to some extent. But a video popped up yesterday of him harassing, with the aid of some other boys around, harassing someone.
Yeah.
And it was said that this person gave him an unsolicited advice.
Yeah, give his wife an unsolicited advice for him.
For him. And he got some boys around and said, hey, come on, let's ruffle this guy up, let's beat this guy up. And you even, okay, so let me not say how you had it on tape, because it seems like if you do wrong and it's not on tape, then it's okay. But you went to ruffle up someone, and now, rightly so, he has been invited. I feel like he shouldn't have been invited. He should have been picked up. He should have been
just picked up and arrested.
But all the manhandling. State, right? This was Ogun State. This was not Lagos. And so the PRO of policing, Ogun State, sent an invitation for him, and maybe they've given him a time frame. And if he doesn't come on, they go pick him up. Well, when is these guys? What's up with them?
Well, the excesses of celebrities recently, especially coming from off of last week when we had the instance of Burna Boy at the club.
Before you even talk about Burna Boy, the reality is, you know, we all have guardian angels. I actually feel like Portable's guardian angel, that guy has been working overtime for a year now.
You know what that guardian angel is?
Be so fortunate.
Do you know what that guardian angel is?
Just be frustrating the guardian angel.
I'll tell you something about Portable, the instance of Portable. The fact is that he is celebrated. Whether he's not celebrated by you, there is a group of people who celebrate this guy, and you give power to that person, and they believe that they are beyond any law. In this case, the guy doesn't even know what law is. I mean, judging from his background, coming from, you know, the kind of activities he was involved in from before. And this has empowered him to make it seem like as if he can do no wrong, and he's got a group of people with him, he can do whatever, and he can be unaccounted for whatever he's done.
You were talking about Burna Boy?
No, I'm talking about... Okay, now, let me go back to Burna Boy, which is the same instance here, only this time, this is a very different group of, you know, a background. Burna Boy's instance is the same thing, however, when you have been celebrated to the extent that you are a god, and I can do whatever. His case is also in the police purview. They're inviting him as well, but he's not in the country. But at the end of the day, I do believe that most people in this group who are celebrated get away with so much.
So let me just say this on a lighter note. Olamide grew up in the streets, right? But you see him try to align with the streets, yes, in quotes. But at the same, even Wizkid also grew up in the streets. But you see them try to align with the streets, but at the same time, not talk about the violence as much as the whole enjoyment part.
The violence, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But you see somebody who grew up as, in quote, a botty, wanting to talk about the violence on the streets, like he experienced it firsthand. The reality is this, it's so easy to talk about how I'm a rich person now, I'm a celebrity, so you go with entourage and all. But you know, I actually found out recently that almost every of these big celebrities constitute a nuisance in clubs.
Yeah.
1, 2, almost all of them, they move around with an entourage of at least 10 people.
Yeah, true.
Least.
Not counting
3,
the police.
Almost all of them have drugs in their entourage.
Ooh, yeah.
4,
talk about that.
Almost all of them have ammunition.
It's your opinion, by the way, about the drugs.
It is not even a case
of... It's your opinion.
Okay, I'll just take it as my opinion. They also have guns and weapons. Guns and weapons. And I find it strange that these same people will pose with, you know, law enforcement agents in these places who are excited to, you know, be identified with them. And these guys are aware that these guys possess these things.
And do nothing
Well, so it's almost like you are invisible the moment you reach a particular status in society.
Invincible, actually.
This is what I'll say, yeah. One person or a few people should be made a scapegoat. And not just because of, for the idea of making a scapegoat, but the law should come into effect. That is what should happen. You cannot expect them to curtail their excesses by themselves.
Exactly.
That is what the law is there for. Get the law, you bring the gavel down on somebody, somebody assaults somebody, let somebody serve some jail time, let someone do some community service, let someone pay a fine, and something quite serious, don't just treat it with kids.
I want to take us back to the time when it was the pandemic and we're expected to be at home, and a few celebrities were actually made example of.
Yes.
I want to tell you that had more effect on the general population than anything else.
Yeah.
So it deterred people from even going out.
Yeah.
In this case, I think when it comes to entertainers and, you know, what they get up to in clubs and all of that, it's just, it's an unwritten, they've accepted it that
and
it's supposed
I
to be
like
that
the fact
unruly.
that you use entertainers, because it's not just musicians. Actors do the same.
Oh, no, definitely.
You know,
how actors get people and go to school and beat up the teachers. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
So I think we're all agreed on the fact that for this one, the law has to take its course.
And that we should actually monitor it. We should actually always say, okay, what's happening with this Burna Boy instance? What's happening with this Portable instance? Let's follow it through. Someone needs to... What?
Go ahead.
Someone needs to be held accountable. No, these people need to be held accountable and use the samples, like you said, scapegoats. And we need to take sample from that.
I can almost see a video of Mike and Mazzino just at the gate of the office, and Portable is there with his 20 guys. Ṣọ́ra òní wọ́n ní lórí television.
I'll be like, now, let's not resort to violence.
Mary has come. But let's hear your thoughts. What do you think should happen? We all agree that the law should take its course. Activists Connect, use the hashtag Nigeria. We'll see you after this time out.